It's time to talk a little bit more about why I give Magic the Gathering cards away. Doing this project has really helped me to figure out how to enjoy what I enjoy, and in turn, I want to help other people enjoy what they enjoy. So, when you look at something like Magic the Gathering, it is an expensive hobby. Not only just the cards themselves, there's accessories, there's deck boxes, there's sleeves, there's playmats, and all of that stuff that really just starts to add up. More often than not, I hear about stories of people having to sell out of their collections to pay bills and things like that. And generosity is something that has always been at the core of what I do. If I'm able to, and sometimes in the past, even times I'm not really able to, giving is something that always made me feel better about who I am as a person and the impact that I can have in the world. And it's not so much a matter of having an abundance, it's a matter of realizing that you having something isn't always the most important thing. I have always viewed these cards as game pieces. I really believe that if you start to pull away from Magic the Gathering as a game, then you're getting into dangerous territory. I don't want my hobby and my cards to turn into something that I'm relying on in just the actual physical item to be able to pay bills or be an investment portfolio, because the markets are always going to change. And just look at how singles prices have plummeted since you look at things like Secret Lairs and specialty sets and Universes Beyond. Even some really powerful cards are just getting more and more inexpensive. And the problem in situations like that is that you end up having LGSs that can't afford to stay in the game. You have Troll and Toad, and now even MTGO, like singles bots and things like that, are starting to go under and no longer invest in the game. And to me, that really just sparks an opportunity for innovation and change in the space, because I really don't think that Magic the Gathering as a game is going anywhere. It's just the way that we interact with the game has to change. I have spent the last 3 years focusing on getting decks into people's hands and building the decks out of my own collection. Come February, there is SEG Hartford, and I would love to go to SEG Hartford with money and just like go up to the different vendors, ask players what they really want to get. What's a card that you really want that you can't afford? And literally just buy it for them. Like, that for me would be such a satisfying thing to do. Because again, it's not about me having things. It's about seeing the joy on people's faces from their hobbies and people being able to interact with the game in the way that they want to interact with the game and play the game with the cards that they want to play. And I don't think that proxies even are the ultimate solution to that. I think that being able to play with the collectible cards that you enjoy playing with is part of being able to play the game. For me, I have no problem with proxies as long as you're not selling them, but that's another video. And I have no problem with people playing against people with proxies. The big thing for me is the fact that for some of us, like myself, we don't want to use proxies just because we don't want to. And so if I can let people get the game pieces that they want and work those into their collection just because I make content on the internet, that sounds awesome to me.